do believe we are live.
What's happening? What's the vibes, man?
What's up, everybody?
24-hour stream. Damn.
Shoo. 24 hours. Insanity. Absolute insanity.
You know what? Got some sleep?
We did. I know I did. I slept hard. I'm just now kind of getting around and stretching around and stuff. No, that's not true. I've been up for a little bit. It's been nice.
Is Doki asleep now?
He could be. He could be. He's lurking. He is around. He's here.
He's in the chat.
Yeah, he's around. He's lurking.
Lurking.
You know, just hanging out.
Who's got the Who's got the chat under manhandle so we can stay tuned in with what's going on over there?
I'm checking out the chat over here. Definitely got some stuff going on.
I'm trying to see what it looks like. It seems like it looks open as hell. So cool about the new setup is I could actually watch the freaking comments now and my face doesn't get frozen.
Right, exactly.
The setup looks good. I like the way
it's not bad, huh?
Right? And that's just one of the scenes, right? Do you guys know that there's music going on right now? On the YouTube? The live the same music from the live
You mean that? You know what? That's, don't worry, that's gone now. Thanks.
I'm not worried. It was nice.
Yeah, that's fixed currently.
You know what's even crazier about that stream is that it hasn't even the stream hasn't even processed yet.
Yeah, it's still processing. You still can't watch the whole thing.
It was our highest viewed video so far.
Ridiculous.
You should have left that on.
Dude, we got like over 400 views on that one video.
It's true.
Like 9 days watch. Oh, so it looks like you did have that video because it was going though. It was going. The live music.
Do what?
Probably the live intro that Animal said he didn't have. The one we normally. It was going. You know that.
Yeah. I have it. It's actually like in the background of our thing.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have a scene for it really.
Oh, okay.
I can hear none of the music playing.
Yeah, no, I killed the audio on it too. It's really just supposed to be looping in the background.
You could probably even keep it low. It doesn't have to be killed completely, right?
Yeah, I mean, in theory, I could bring it up.
Anybody that's watching right now, we're still messing around with this, but as you can... Oh, looks cool, dude. Looks really cool.
It's all a little experimental.
Cool.
I love that music.
I've got the music going a little bit now. You guys let me know if you feel like that's too much or not enough or whatever. Here in a few moments when that kicks onto the live stream. This is very much experimental for anybody tuning in with us right now. We're trying out some different things. But so far, so good.
I'm gonna jump off and check it out. Check out the vibes over there, because I can't beat it here.
Sure. So yeah. What you been up to, Dookie? Good to hear from you.
Right up. More.
Sorry, man, you're breaking up pretty bad. I can't really hear you.
Hear it a little bit.
Pretty good. It can come up a little bit. The volume come up a little bit, but it looks good. Sounds good.
Awesome.
Third.
That's good.
What's the plan? We're gonna do Twetch Culture Live in a bit.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely do some Twetch Culture Live here in a little bit, and we're just gonna kind of talk and chat and give people kind of a state of the Twetchbox Union, and yeah.
The latest news, the latest arts, latest memes.
Exactly.
Latest vibes.
Yep. Give some shout outs to all of our fine people that helped out with our live stream yesterday. That was quite the task, and it took a village to raise that child. But you know what? We got it done.
Yeah, I had a good time watching Customized. I had a good time talking to Misha. A good time listening to your little lady and One Love. That was awesome.
Very cool, yeah. Yeah, it was a good time.
And of course, little nephew Josh, and Manifestival chatting some good consciousness.
Yeah,
and then of course Andreas spewing his magic. You look like you're tired, bro.
No, I'm just a little high.
That's your role, bro. You got to stay there, man. That's what you do.
You know that it helps me open up my mind. You know.
That's right.
Give us your revelation, Andres. What do you just close your eyes and just let it flow, bro?
I think there was a lot of revelations that came out of that. It ended up coming from, like, we were supposed to just go 11 to 1 a.m. like what we're gonna do now, right? And then everybody was like, why don't we just do it for 24 hours? And then I was like, all right, that sounds pretty cool.
The rest is history.
And yeah, the rest is history. It was a challenge. We completed that challenge. The video is actually still processing right now. I've been dying to go back and like replay it, but since it's processing, it won't let you play it back. And we did officially 24 hours, 31 minutes, 13 seconds we had. And for us, it's a lot, over 400 views. I mean, we only have roughly 287 subscribers right now, so that's pretty good, in my opinion. Had like 9 days watch. We got rated in the first hour, epically. Had me cracking up. We did the reggae shark thing. We had Trisha, Misha, Mama Money Button, Misha Pelt, Customized, working literally like 10 hours straight on stream.
I did an unboxing video
with Hunter.
Yeah.
The unboxing video.
Yeah.
We had some dude, Voodoo Child, that was trying to raid us the entire time.
Unbelievable.
It was a lot of good stuff, a lot of good talk about Twetch. When you're on for that long and all you're pretty much, not all you're talking about is Twetch, but a lot what you're talking about with the community. How many Twetchers would you said we had in here? In total, not necessarily at once, but in total,
maybe 8 or 10. Maybe
I think people were popping in and out. You know, people 24 hours. You get people popping in, checking on things, jumping out when they have time. Jumping. That's what I did. That's what I did when I wasn't on. You know.
Me too.
To be honest, had it not been for the community, we would not have been able to do the full challenge. I don't think we would have made it on our own. But learning from that afterwards, or even during, right? We were like, why don't we do this again in the future? So we talked about it. Or somebody jump
on Twetch and send Manifestival for $4.20. I think it's appropriate.
Yeah, bro. So what we're actually gonna do,
I'm on it.
speaking of Manifestival, for the BTC happening, right? we're gonna do a 24-hour live stream. Once the coin dance thing, goes 24, whatever the case is. I think that's 19 days from now. But obviously, we're gonna do it extremely organized. We already have a few people to fill some time slots. So we got Trisha One Love, who's dedicating 2 hours. We got Manifestival, who's dedicating 2 hours. We got Customize, who's gonna be dedicating 2 hours. By the way, if you guys don't know, once Customize hit 100 followers, he's gonna be auctioning off that chainmail. He kept that live stream together for a long time as well.
She might kill you.
We're probably gonna have like maybe the first 2 hours, the last 2 hours, all depending on how many people want to get involved. Tell us what you guys have an idea. If you guys have like an idea for a 1 hour slot or something, or 2 hour slot. I think it would be cool for Rod Sirloin. Shout out to my boy Rod Sirloin for the logo if you want to do your little Twetch zone. But a lot of great things.
Keep in mind there's only 12 spots available, and only how many are taken up right now?
I think we're probably at like 5 or 6 around that area. I would say 6. I think we're around 6 for sure.
Yeah, we'll make it work. We'll get a good schedule locked in.
So the first come, first serve, or we're gonna vet people.
I say we do something out of it, and we can do like a 3-day thing. Like, beat your case, make sure you won't let us down. Because I don't just want to, like you said, do first come, first serve, proof of work, and then they, crap about us on that day. So I want to make sure that not only we have all the spots filled, but that we have back. If somebody, backs out, we got somebody ready to fill their spot, or whatever the case is. But if we did this big, right, or considered for our channel on a 24-hour live stream where we were completely unorganized and we did it an hour before, can you imagine if we got very organized, had the Twetch community help us out and do the BTC happening? I think that we would get a lot of traction with that. My vision. I see these things.
Yeah, but that's why we have to update the website, is so we can get people to sign in and get them scheduled, get the schedule out, get the backup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Is there anybody in chat right now? Let's see if there's anybody.
I don't think so. I just checked a second ago. Nope, nobody yet.
That's fine. We just keep on moving. People are gonna watch it afterwards. But again, very important, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Every Monday through Friday, we're gonna be going live. We're looking at getting 2 guests a week. And then hopefully doing some type of premiere on Sunday. But the BTC happening, I think that's going to be like very fun, very special event type thing. I think that's going to be really freaking cool, bro.
Oh, so are we going to do it 24 hours for the happening? And what day is that?
I think it's 19 days from.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
We could probably look it up the exact day. Let me see.
How's it looking over there? Anybody on YouTube?
It's probably a slow day today, which is all right, because they could always come back and see exactly what we're talking about.
Yeah. Also, we're trying to see. This is all experimentational, right?
Yes.
And remember, the time that we're doing this at is usually probably not very peak hours for YouTube, but in the end, this is how all 4 of us could get together and build our base. So I rather have us go, for example, for me, I'd rather go on live 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. knowing that all 4 of us are going to be here, as opposed to, going live at 5 in the afternoon, where we could get,
I love hearing the music in the background when I'm over on YouTube. I wish I could hear it too, so I could kind of get into that vibe, you know. That's one thing we could check out.
Yeah, I don't hear it on this side either. That would only be on the live stream. You have to actually listen
Yeah,
to the
because
live
it's
stream, right?
yeah, because it's not going through Discord at all.
How do you guys like Discord? How do you guys like the idea of Discord so far, though? Right?
I don't hate it. I wish that the video chat was more customizable. I wish I could like move my grid around in a way that I wanted to. So I would definitely say voice chat, good. Video chat, 6 out of 10. Custom ability, 2 out of 10. But you know what?
It looks great, man, and it sounds good. The volume's right over there. Really, really nice.
That's
nice.
good. Yeah, that's important.
On the back end, down on the front end, amazing. So when you're watching it from YouTube, it looks great, but more on our side, it's a little more bland because we can't hear the music or whatever.
It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. Basically,
We are the music.
It all gets put together sort of right before the moment.
We are the music, man.
That's right.
Right,
But
Dookie?
I like the fact that it's gonna let us customize everything.
No, it's gonna let us customize it, bro.
That's right.
It's gonna let us customize it. I think that's very important because the regular old Zoom thing is just kind of boring and just gives it more of a professional view, in my opinion, on the YouTube, you know?
For sure.
And it kind of reminds me of more of like a Hunter edit as opposed to just us four talking like this. Now, what's cool is this, so when we're talking to each other, it feels like a Zoom meeting, but for the people, they're getting all the little bit of extra and stuff like that, which is pretty cool as well too.
Yeah, and especially when we have, like when we're doing the Twetch Culture and we have the little on the bottom of the screen, you know, little prompts, little reminders, stuff
or even
like that.
right now in the live stream, you could have a little ticker with a little reminder. I mean, he just threw something together right now because since he got the laptop up yesterday, but he's gonna be able to edit like tons of scenes at the click of a button, right? It could click to a scene with a ticker. At another click, it'll take the ticker away. You could just pop your face up big. There's so much.
What's that post look like? What's that post look like over on Twitch right now?
I had branched it and put live now on it.
Yep.
But I definitely love the new feel because in a way, I like Zoom, but at the same time, it's
True that.
It's good to keep it as a backup and keep the premium one as a backup, but Discord is just amazing. Yeah, that was a good one.
Cool. I think it's pretty cool. Manifestival. His name is Manifestival Twetchcast now. I like it.
Yeah.
I like that. Right on, brother. I mean, I feel like this guy Manifestival that we're connecting with, that just stepped into Twitch and stuff. This is the type of energy we need, man. This he's got a lot of motivation. He's got a lot of motivation, and he's woken. He's fully conscious. He's like, man, let's do this, and he's there. He's present, man. So thank you, Manifestival. Awesome. It's awesome to get to know you, man.
So I'm excited to see like what he comes up with for himself. I'm excited to see like what Trisha comes up with. I'm excited to see what all the different people are going to come up with. For
you know, also I gotta say right now, we're doing discussions outside the box every Saturday night. A little bit later than this, like probably right after this show, right after we do live. We're doing a live, not live. We're just doing it on Zoom. But Manifestival might start manhandling that when I can't make it because he's really good at asking questions and stuff and just getting people engaged, making sure everybody's getting a word in and stuff like that. So that'll be Saturday night about, I think probably about midnight or 1. right after we do this show, we'll start recording it.
Well, actually, what the cool thing is, you won't even have to worry about that because Saturday we're gonna just be promoting our stuff. We're gonna do ITB live Monday through Friday, Saturday off, and Sunday we're hoping to do that premiere.
Oh, perfect.
So,
okay. Because I want you there too, man. I want you guys there if you can be there.
Oh, I'm down.
For sure.
I'm down. That'll
Had a good time last time.
Unwind from the week, you know.
Yeah, and also it's not live. It's just 2 hours Zoom meetings. It's simple.
Hey, Kim, buddy. So yeah, new live stream setup. How sweet is that?
I'm loving it. You go check it out on YouTube right quick.
Yeah, check it out,
And I
man.
like the fact that my face doesn't freeze up. Like right now, I'm still moving, right? So it looks like I'm not frozen, right?
No, you're good,
Well,
man.
The only thing that's frozen is that spleef hanging out of your mouth, dude. It just doesn't seem like it ever leaves.
I think we got a few people in the chat now. It might just be us 5.
Manifestable's up in here. Shout out, my
Yeah.
brother.
Sweet.
His ears
Yeah,
must have been ringing.
I could actually watch the chat now and I don't freeze it up. That's cool.
That is cool. Very, very cool.
Yeah. So a lot of big things happening. I like the new scheduling that we're doing. It's gonna be pretty organized. I like the fact that we're gonna be doing Twetch Culture Daily live.
Yep.
And it's going to give us like a time when it's done, so we know we're pretty much done by 1 a.m. or so, you know.
That's right.
Whatever the case is. And being able to not have the pressure of wanting somebody on every day because we want to build ourselves as well, I think is going to make it a lot easier on us. It's going to help us continue to build our bond. But it's also going to be cool trying to get a couple people on every Monday and Friday. That's going to be pretty dope.
Yep.
It'll give us a chance to, like, let's say we find 4 or 5 people, you know, we could schedule them and it'll seem more professional if we have 2 days a week. So let's say we find 4 people, that means we're pretty much booked for 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Give us some chances to make highlights. Dookie there, by the way. So there, Dooks.
I think he's doing a little lurking. All good.
Hunter's in and out as well. But I can't wait for that stream to go up because I want to see like the official analytics and all that stuff. That was insane. I'm not gonna lie, I was hyped. I just went straight to freak sleep, bro. It was insane.
I crashed. I definitely crashed out myself, man.
I mean, there was so much stuff that was undone. Boxing, the shipping out a lot of the merch, trying to keep up with Reggae Shark every freaking hour.
That's right. I know, man.
Misha held it down for so many hours. Customized held it down. Yeah, it was just so freaking cool.
Oh, we definitely had some champions, man.
Yeah, I had such a great time to customize. There's literally a point where we just talked for like literally like an hour or 2 straight, just like conspiracy shit. You know, Twetch as well. We were talking all hype,
All manner of awesome things.
climate change, and yeah, it was great. And then I think the end too, Twetch Culture Daily female takeover, I think kind of shows everybody how it's not that easy to take over Twetch Culture Daily. You know, it's not that easy for the show to just slap together.
Are you guys reading the chat when you see anything?
Yeah.
Manifestable's in there.
Yeah, he said it looks good.
Very clean. Proud of you guys. That's good. Thanks. Got the feedback.
We want to make sure that's. I noticed when I was on the chat during the live stream, and everybody was tired, but I feel like we got to stay more on that. So we read out the comments, make people feel involved. You know, if we got lots of people, because it makes them feel heard. If we have 30 people in there, we see something we like.
One thing that's cool is that we're finally manifesting this discord that we've been talking about for so long. We're actually putting it in.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. It looks great. It looks really amazing. And,
we haven't even got to the cool part yet. We haven't even got to our Twetch Culture Daily look yet.
Oh, what? This is just us chilling. No, wait till we get more scenes so we can pull up like YouTube. We'll have a scene for YouTube or something so we can go through YouTube videos if we want to. Write down some commentaries or something like that. This is just for the first day. You have one where you could just do like straight screen share with none of our faces on it.
Yeah, I do.
I want to do a debate again. It seems like that was pretty good. We got 77 views on that of our debate about our last.
I think I'm curious about that too.
I've been studying up my reasons why, dude, and doing my research.
Oh, we got plenty of things to talk about, like.
No, but there's one thing in particular I want to get off my chest. The reason why I don't believe Twetch will hit 60,000 users by this time next year, which was your statement.
Oh, this is juicy. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I think.
Remember?
Well,
see, you don't remember what we talked about.
60,000. Well, I do. We'll definitely be at 60,000 by next year.
So, I disagree. I feel like we'll be at about double we are right now.
So
I'll give you my reasons why. It's not because Twetch isn't an awesome platform. It's not because I don't love it. It's not because I don't think it's future. It's because I don't believe in people, bro. I don't believe in their consciousness. They care more about sticking up their ass on Instagram and getting likes on Facebook and giving away their data for free. They don't care about owning their own data. What they care about is likes. They care about ego. They care about me. They care about pictures of me. They care about 100 million likes and everybody smashing it. Owning their own data, they don't get it, dude. And that's why I think it's gonna take longer for people to wake up. That's my main argument is if you look at the overall consciousness of the world, let alone America, probably one of the most unconscious places in the world, look at what Facebook did, okay? Look at what they did. Look at what they did to people, and they still didn't get off it. They still didn't get off. They still love it.
Look what they haven't done yet, though. Now, invisible money button just dropped yesterday. Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram could integrate something into that system immediately, and they still haven't done it. So we also got to look at what they haven't done. They still want to keep people slaves.
Of course they do. Because the advertising.
I agree with you on certain things, but I'll tell you my reason why there will be 60K you. And the reason is censorship. The reason is shadow. And I think once Twitch actually starts coming out with great campaigns that shows the fact that you can get a higher engagement rate on Twitch than on Instagram and get paid for it. I think a lot of people are going to be moving over.
Brother, it's already happened. It's already happened. Look at the news that came out about Cambridge Analytics, dude. Cambridge Analytics. You remember that? You remember that?
Yeah.
Did that stop people from being on? Did that stop people? No, they don't care. They don't care. Spy on me. I don't care.
I'm talking about data. I'm talking about the dopamine that people get from a like. And imagine getting dopamine plus money. I think once people understand that, and remember, we were just at under 10,000 not too long ago. We did the whole thing on the show. But once August, September, October, November hit, I think those are going to be the biggest months for Twitch. Now, the reason why I mentioned that is because of it. Again, it's another election year. It's going to be the biggest election probably of this decade.
We got great commentary about this in the chat. Jack Liu says CSW is censored on both Twitter and Twitch. It's a good point, actually.
Well, yeah, CSW is, but the everyday man, okay? We're not talking about superstars here. We're talking about the everyday person. If we're going to get 60,000 people on Twitch, the first thing we're going to need to do... I'm just trying to see if Andrews will stop.
My biggest worry is that I know we're going to hit 60,000 users. For example, look at a platform like Gap.ai. They got probably the highest amount of their own user base during like the 2016 election. But you know what happened? They got a bunch of people that put the goy, you know, the anti-Semitic memes up. Twitch hasn't gone through that yet, so the media can't spin that image saying it's a far-right social media website. Okay, this is something that I was talking about with, I forgot who it was. But the point is that right now, since Twitch came off of crypto, it doesn't get that bad name. And that's why I think it's more being censored and shadow banned across the masses, because you can't slander it in the media. It just sounds good.
So Jack Liu is clarifying, and this is what I thought he meant too. He says, no, I'm saying the anti-censor argument doesn't apply when both platforms censor. And that's what I was thinking too. Like, you know, if CSW is banned on both platforms, then you can't use Twitch as the model for anti-censorship, you know?
I see. Yeah.
I mean, if they're able to pick and choose their people, I mean, just because they are not the same people that Twitter's banning, if you ban people regardless of what your reason is.
CSW really is banned off Twitch, and Billy's made it very clear. Unless CSW starts posting dick pics on Twitch, I don't think they're going to ban.
So let me get back to the original debate. Let me get back to the original argument. So we're getting off track here. So the original argument was, you think there's going to be 60,000 users by this time next year. I think we're going to double max. And the reason that I think that is because people are addicted to Facebook. They're addicted to likes. They aren't conscious enough to care if they own their data. They don't care. They aren't conscious enough to care if they get spied on. They don't care. They're not conscious enough to care.
Yeah, that's honestly the biggest problem that I've ran into, just trying to onboard people. Like, as soon as you tell them, like, yes, you have to pay for your post, but you own all your data, they're saying, well, I'd rather keep my 2 cents and let them spy on me. I mean, that really is kind of the general thought that just the general public has. I mean, it's crazy, but that's true.
Okay, let me give you an example. After Facebook had that thing where it was known that they'd basically given one of their apps was basically grabbing all your contacts information and basically taking all your photos, all your information of not just you, but all your contacts. So it was common knowledge that this happened. Mm-hmm. All my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, who have a picture of their kids on there, dude. Who like, I mean, I can't even, I would never throw a picture of my kid on Facebook, but they didn't care. They could care less, because they care more about getting the likes and getting the comments and having people say, your kid's so cute. Oh my God, that's a great picture of him or her. They don't care, man. And if you don't even care about your own family, your own kids, being, you know what? Let me tell you one more thing before I stop. My sister-in-law emailed me and she said, messaged me. She said, I found a picture of you and your wife's wedding on a wedding website. Okay? Yeah. So I looked at it and somebody had hacked into my Facebook thing because I didn't have a lot of friends. I didn't want a lot of friends. It was only family. Somebody hacked into it, grabbed the picture because there's so much love in the picture. I'm telling you, this picture is like vibing love. Somebody grabbed it, used it for their website. That day I quit Facebook. That day I said, no, man. I'm not down with this. This is not cool with me. But this takes a conscious being. This takes somebody awake. This takes somebody and I don't believe in the common public. I don't believe in the public enough to be awake enough. And it's going to take time. It's going to take more than a year. It's going to take a long time for it to wake up. And that's my point. Boom.
I think there was a Twitch made today that there's been like some 600,000 Twitches already. There's been like 60,000 brands.
I have that pulled up actually. We're going to talk about that later.
And again, it's election season. people are going to start getting banned, not only censored, but people are going to start getting banned from Twitter. Okay, they're going to get banned from Instagram. And that once they try to find alt social media site like gab.ai, or whether they try to find mine, nowadays Twitch is going to be mixed amongst. Getting on Twitch nowadays is extremely easy. You could go on, you can find out how to make a Twitch account. You could ask somebody on Twitch. It's very easy. Every single election season, social media site ban people from their sites by the drill. That's why sites like Gab.ai and mine create. Gab.ai exploded. Now, they got covered in an extremely negative way by the mainstream media. For example, right now, if you were to Google Gab.ai and look for news, it would say it's a Nazi website, right? But it really isn't. There is people that post anti-Semitic memes, but then you also have people like Laura Loomer, who's very outspoken against Islam, radical Islam, and she's on Gab.ai, you know, and she's definitely no Nazi, she's Jewish. So I think not only do I know that there's huge people in political Twitter that are already on or know about Twitch, aside from Ali Alexander, aside from Stefan Molyneux, aside from Mike Cernovich, because I was in a stream the other day. I think I even asked Adam, I told him, please blow up this tweet, right? I was in the stream and I asked her about Twitch, and Jack Posobiec, which is huge in political Twitter, told her to put her shoe on her head. So people already know about Twitch. And
okay, real quick. So this is why people like what's Ollie, whatever, Alexander and stuff. This is why they don't care that much about Twitch. I'll tell you why. Because they can't bring their 100,000 followers over to Twitch. I have more followers than Ollie Alexander, all right? I've got 300 followers on Twitter, all right? So people that are very popular, they come to Twitch and they don't have all of a sudden they're nobodies again, or barely anybody's. I mean, they have like what? All of a sudden they have 100 followers, and they stay there because they're more interested of staying on Twitter, and it's more lucrative for them to stay on Twitter too. Actually, because if you have 60,000 followers on Twitter, even though you're not making money like on your posts and your likes, what you are making money on is you're bringing them to your website. You're bringing them into your little world for your newsletter and stuff like that. This is why people that aren't even doing that have 60 or 100,000 followers on Twitter, they would rather not make money and feel like they have a big following. I have all these people that are my followers. They all love me. Yeah. And they come to Twitch and they're nobodies. I mean, in their mind, all right?
Yeah, because ultimately the game on social media is reach. Okay, so and one thing that Twitch really has problems with right now is the stifling of communication due to the fact that you do have to pay for stuff, and it's just sort of inherently, just by the nature of it, gonna always be an issue. Because first off, until they have messaging, you absolutely have to pay to communicate with people, and that I think is a huge problem. Because the whole point of social media is to communicate with each other at a really rapid fire pace, being able to take in information and put out information as quickly as possible. And so, you know, for there to be sort of that step of paying, I think turns people off. Even if it's really fast, it's still, you know, you don't even have to think about it on Twitter to talk to somebody, right? Or Facebook. If you want to talk to somebody, you just talk to somebody. You don't have to have that second thought of like, is this worth it? And that's sort of the beauty.
Can I erase it? And can I erase it? People say a lot of stuff on Twitter they want to erase, believe me, right? And they do, erase it.
Absolutely.
And then people take a picture of it and timestamp it.
Absolutely.
And so people are like, what? I can't get mad and have a moment and then be able to delete it. Plenty of people say stuff they don't mean, and I do too. I like to be able to go back to that person and say, I'm really sorry, I didn't mean that. I was just in a moment of anger. But the reality is you know, that goes around, and all of a sudden people label you as that. You're an angry person. You're an asshole. But that's just one moment in time. You can't label somebody for one moment in time. You can't do it.
Sure.
If you do it, you're limiting them. We all have moments like that. You know?
Absolutely. Yep. But you know, it just
What do you
comes
think?
Yeah, let's hear.
What are we talking about? I'm gonna say 100K in the next year. That's all.
He said 100K the next year.
Did he say
They're
a
doing
hunter?
good.
Did you say a hunter?
Yeah,
Did you say a hunter?
100%. They're putting in work, man. They're gonna be unique. Putting money in your pocket. People like getting paid.
Yeah, it's definitely unique. I will say that.
Word of mouth will start spreading. They really ain't pushing it hard right now.
That's true too.
Yeah, they're gonna build the platform slowly.
I think we'll see a bigger marketing push once they actually release messaging and an app. When they get an app on the App Store, it's definitely going to change the way they do it.
That's
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I really want to see it right.
Me too.
That's going to take a pretty long time for them to get something like that, I think.
No, I know.
Instead of them,
be a while, but I don't think they needed it to expand hugely. Once people start saying, you know, this thing is freaking amazing. I made, you know, a $10 tip off this freaking anime.
Yeah, see, you say that, but I know a lot of people that are going to say, I have to go into Safari on my iPhone to get to this. That's not legit. That's whack. I'm not going to use it.
So the app and the onboarding, instead of building their own wallet, they just need to have a wallet actually like integrated into the onboarding. Like
absolutely.
Instead of a
you know what I love about
process.
this conversation? You know what I love about this conversation? We don't need some special guest to keep this shit going. You know what I'm saying? I love having people on, but let's face it, this is about us, man. In the box, baby. All right?
That's right.
My loyalty stands firm.
That's right.
Always.
Especially people like that guy Jack, man. Where is that guy? Love Jack.
He says make posting free again. But one thing I do, okay, so my 60,000 scenario for the next year is obviously dependent on Twetch chat or something of that nature. That doesn't happen, then yeah, I do agree we're not going to hit 60,000, but if Twetch comes out with DM, it's over.
Yeah.
What about, do you guys want to talk a little bit about?
I agree. It's not going to get people in. It's not enough.
I want group. I want pages or groups.
Yeah, groups will be nice.
Groups would be nice, but I think DM is more important. 100%.
I agree with you. I think the messaging is the number one thing holding it back.
Once there's DM, I'm leaving Twitter.
Yeah. I mean,
I
again,
don't care about
yeah.
growing up.
The number one thing, again, I'll say it one more time, then I'll let it be. The number one thing holding it back is consciousness, is awakeness, is enough to recognize what owning your own data means. That's what's stopping it.
You're right.
Awakeness. Wokeness.
You're right. You're right. Yeah, just people being apathetic towards the whole situation. I mean, they just don't care. I mean, good people are going to say, well, I have nothing to hide, so what's it matter? So, sucks.
What about we move on from that, but before we do, why don't we talk about numbers? So I think 60K, 100 things double, so that's what, 25K? Dookie says 100. Where are you at, Adam?
You know what, I'll sort of stick right in the middle. I'll be a little more optimistic than 25K, but
What's about to happen?
I think, oddly enough, I think that it more depends on the price of BTC. If we see
if you see BTC start crashing and BSV taking off.
Exactly. So that's going to bring a lot of people to the coin itself. And then people are going to say, okay, well, I have this coin. What can I do with it? And then they'll find Twitch. I think that that's definitely a possibility, is if we see that kind of shift. I don't know if you guys read, though. I'm actually a little bit worried about BSV right now. Did you guys read that article that I guess it was Brendan Sullivan put out? Let me see if I can find this. It was a little bit shocking to me, and the whole article was kind of put out like, you know, I I interviewed a CSW non-believer, and they were a lot more organized than I anticipated. And the article's really good, and it basically puts CSW on blast. And we've always said that this coin does not need CSW to function. It doesn't need Calvin Ayre to function. It doesn't need anybody to function. That's the beauty of it. But I will say there's some very sketchy things that are associated with this coin.
What, trade mail?
No, not trade mail. I like trade mail. I'm gonna actually.
I wouldn't be surprised one fucking bit if he wasn't Satoshi. If Craig wasn't, not one bit.
This might look a little funny, but
he wasn't.
This is all set up for Twetch, but I am gonna go ahead and share this, and we'll switch to our different view here on the stream. This article is a Modern Consensus article. They actually just released their interview with Elon Moist a couple days ago, which was really good. I thought it had a bit of a condescending tone when it came to Twetch itself, but overall, I think Josh did a really good job with the information that he put out about Twetch. But this goes into just kind of like some history on Craig Wright, and just some facts that are sketchy. And basically he says, you know what, I'm not going to say yes or no if he is Satoshi, but I will say that he's been caught in some lies in the past, and here's your proof, and he's laying out facts, and he's got facts, and he's got facts. And
Facts don't care about your Satoshi.
Yeah, well, I think all I'm saying is
I've heard him say that he has receipts supposedly for the original Bitcoin website.
I mean, that's fine. All I'm saying is I really am at the point where I don't know either way. And I always have said I don't care. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, I do care. I think that I think it does matter. And it matters because of people.
It matters price-wise, but it doesn't matter for the development of the
No one likes a conman.
That's my thing. I think that people are going to discredit. People will discredit. See, I think you're missing it, though. People are going to discredit
Calvin, all of them. They'd be all.
Yeah. So
anyone
I think
that's pumped him.
Exactly. They're going to discredit everybody involved, and people are going to walk away from it. And I think you're going to see the price completely tank and may never recover, assuming that he gets busted as not doing it.
While we're on this, why don't we talk about what do you guys think about Calvin Ayre? Are you guys bearish or bullish on Calvin Ayre? Because I think we talked about this before for a minute. Do you think Calvin Ayre himself is drives people away? I've heard that being said in the trenches before,
I think that he does not have anywhere near the effect on people showing up or not showing up as Craig Wright does.
I like Calvin. He's a
dude, do you care about money?
A lot of people
do you care
to
about
BS.
money? It's all about the money, baby.
He brings business. He brings money. Parties. I like him.
Money is only about the money. He's invested in, think about it, every article, every company. He's going to be investing in the box soon if somebody doesn't beat up to it. You know what I'm saying? This guy's invested in every BSV project. He's not bailing out. This is no exit scam. You know why? Because he's got too much money invested.
Without Calvin, there isn't BSV.
There isn't. Exactly.
He did everything. Like, he helped build BSV.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, no question there.
But now that BSV has a foundation and it's building apps and it's building amazing things like trade mail and invisible money button, and it has proved that micropayments there is a market for that. Isn't it more reliant now just on the BSV community more than just having two people to?
But on the flip side of that, though, all it is really is proof of concept for anything, right? So in theory, you can take all of these applications that have been built for BSV and transfer them and use the same code and use them on another coin just as simply if BSV tanks. So if if it says that it's going to surprise me to see, Calvin or to see Craig Wright get busted as not being Satoshi, and to see things like Money Button and Relay and Weather SV become Weather XRP and Money Button on other platforms, you know?
Well, can they do that on those coins? And if they were able to do it on those coins, why wouldn't have they done it on those coins in the first place?
I really don't know a whole lot about other coins. I mean, I know some, but I know that when it comes from
BSD, because it's the only coin that they could do what they're doing.
We'll see. That's not, from what I understand, that's not the case. Like coins like XRP, which are super not very well known and definitely not taking any kind of traction, actually do have
XRP
better built.
Is more well known than BSD.
Check out the comments.
XRP is mainstream, dude. XRP is a banker coin.
Right.
Yeah,
well,
XRP is definitely known. I mean, it's the third highest in market cap. Right.
And I'm not saying particular, like specifically that
cheap,
one. I'm just saying like
cheap. They're like, oh, I want to buy this coin for 18 cents. It's gonna go to fucking 100,000.
We got to remember too. This isn't. Even though it's nice to have good marketing and a pretty package, it's about the contents of the package, and that's why we're into BSB. Isn't because it's got a pretty package or a pretty girl, in a bikini showing us what it is.
Delivery service.
It's because of the utility. It's because of the scaling.
I'm a utilizer.
Can you do a pay mail system on XRP?
See, I don't know. Like I said, because I don't know the details on that.
There's another coin out there that you can.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's not the only. I'm like saying that the technology exists, therefore it can be implemented.
Paymail is not going to make or break it. Paymail is not going to make or break it.
Absolutely not.
It's bigger than that. Yeah.
I completely agree. And so, yeah, I mean, I think that CSW, even though he doesn't. Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
but even though that CSW isn't directly related to the coin in the way that if for some reason something happened to him, the coin would live on. But I do think that people and reputations will be affected depending on what happens. And I have all the faith in the world. I hope he does come out and say, hey, look, here's, unlock the Tulip Trust and move the Bitcoins and, do the whole thing and prove it. But
how much impact do you think it would have on BSB if it comes to find out that he's fake toad?
I think it would have a lot. I think it would be really big and really bad for us.
You know what excites me even more? What would happen if he came out and he did prove that he was Satoshi?
Well, that would definitely affect it.
What if he started dumping coins in BSB?
Yeah, no.
How would you feel holding a shit ton of bags at that point?
I would feel a lot better had he already done that. Had he already moved the coins and he hadn't keep getting busted in court and shit.
Let's shake the haters.
No, I mean, I hear
haters.
No, I'm just, we're an open discussion sort of channel, and I would say that we probably are believers of CSW as a group. I mean, we're definitely BSV users. And so, I'm a fan of the guy. I love listening to him talk. I think he's a complete genius. But I think
there's a lot of propaganda behind him, though, from the BSV community. And
I think that's probably true. But my point is
the whole patent thing, right? Like the king of patents and
the real Satoshi would be able to prove it. The real Satoshi would be able to prove it.
He hasn't made it easy.
He's made it really hard, and it's like, I don't know if he's doing that.
He plays a lot of games.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if he's doing that to try to build hype or what, but I mean, I just don't understand the perspective, I guess.
Yeah, I heard somebody talking, for example, in regards to the patents, right? Again, this is the positive propaganda. He's the king of patents, this and that, right? But then to find out N-Chain is eighth in patents, and nobody's done shit with the fucking patent.
That's it.
So,
and they expire
anyway.
Yeah.
So,
they don't mean anything. We got some good comments here. I'm going to talk about.
Especially when you hear him talk, he's very well spoken, very articulated.
Well, sure, that's not.
Hey, real quick, I got to say something. Jump in real quick. He's not the king of patents. That's bullshit. If you look at the facts, who's got the most blockchain patents?
That's what we were just saying. No. That's what we were saying. That's the thing. Yeah.
I thought he said he was.
No, we're saying that he says he is, but then if you look at the facts, he's not. Yeah. So
you want to go through some of these?
Well, I reached out to Calvin and N-Chain on Twitter and said, "Do you have any comments about this particular diagram that shows that they're like 10th. I just wanted to know, is it for just this year? Am I missing something? What's going on here?
All right, so some of the people in the comments, first off, M says it became apparent to me what kind of a liar CSW was when he stole Daniel Kravitz's honest signal ideas and dismissed Boot Pal. Calvin literally blew up a volcano and is completely ignorant to the fact that he endangered thousands of lives. And then Max Mix says, watch the CSW technical talks, etc. CSW is a legend. Forget so-called CSW facts and study his technical presentations and writing. It's impossible to prove he is not Satoshi. CSW has so much info, it's extremely powerful. And you know what? I'm not going to disagree with any of that because I have watched a lot of his talks and read a lot of his stuff. And the man absolutely does know what he's talking about more than anybody else I've ever seen talk about it. There's no...
that he's fucking with my boy Dan, though.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely don't like that because we think Daniel is a legend as well. But I think that
Daniel
there's just...
the real Satoshi.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I would dare to say that Daniel knows more about it than CSW. I mean, and CSW knows a whole hell of a lot. Don't get me wrong, people out there. And again, we're fans of his, love listening to him talk, love his work. But there's just a couple, like, just big brooding issues that I have with the whole thing. Just the fact that we keep going to court about this and it's been such a big talk for this long. I mean,
this isn't new information. This isn't a new thing. This has been going on for a long time.
Exactly.
And for me personally, I'm not going to believe he is till it's proven. And I'm not going to believe he isn't.
Dude,
I'm going to just keep backing the coin that scales and backing the coin that has the most utility, backing the coin that's growing and it doesn't care about price and cares about building. It's kind of like InTheBox. It's not just about us. It's about the people behind it. All these people contributing in so many ways. Exactly. Same thing with BSV. It's about all the projects being built.
That's exactly right. And I think the people in the BSV community realize that, that it's more than Calvin, it's more than Craig, and it's about all these companies, and it's about the utility, and it's about the fact that it is the first truly functional coin that we've come across. And people want to use it, but I will say that I am prepared for the worst if it's proven that Craig is not Satoshi.
Here's something that Calvin said. Here's something that Calvin said that I really loved. He said, "Do you think I would invest $100 million and 100 million euros if I didn't know Craig was Satoshi?" And there's a good point to that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Craig can be believing, he just can't prove it.
Right.
And most of the people that he's tried to sue, for defamation or whatever, the problem is on Twitter and all that shit. Almost all them cases have been dropped for him not pursuing it or whatever else. But
that's right.
Everyone he's tried suing it, he's never did anything about it.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Max Mix. I just saw your comment. He says, and by the way, your channel is awesome. We appreciate that, man.
Thank you so much. I think the BSV community in general is ready just for it's almost like the saying goes, right? Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
Yeah.
Right? And I think everybody in the BSV community is taking that approach. And I think we would be more sad than anything if he was, or it'd be pretty disappointed, not sad, maybe disappointed,
I would definitely be disappointed.
I'm not sure if the McCormick case is still on. It might have just got dropped.
There's another saying that goes along with that, and you know what that saying is?
Sure.
The show must go on. And the BSV show will continue, and developers like Jack, Lou, very big fan of the channel, by the way. Thank you, Jack. We love you, brother, for always coming by and showing love. People like Jack will continue to make exit scams like trade mail. Ryan X Charles will continue to improve on his money button and get it on Facebook.
Okay, so here's an idea. Here's a theory.
I hear Facebook's back at it with their coin again.
Yeah, I heard that too. So here's a theory. Here's a theory though. So what if, this is all hypothetical. Say something happens and Craig is disproven to be Satoshi. He's definitely proven not to be Satoshi. If that happens, do you see one of these big guys in the BSV community doing a hard fork using the BSV tech to try to get away
Frog Vision
from that. Yeah, I mean, do you see something like Frog Vision taking off realistically to try to get away, to step away from that Craig Wright thing? Say, yeah, look, we do want to use the technology, but we do not want to associate with the fraud, basically, is what I'm saying. I mean, do we see that being a possibility? Just hypothetically, assuming that it goes wrong for Craig.
Because
look at Manifestival's comment.
The Bitcoin, it's still called Bitcoin Satoshi Vision. Just because Craig is not Satoshi doesn't mean that you need
but you're missing the point though. It's not about the name, it's about the association. BSV will forever be associated with
it would cost too much money for businesses to move over to a brand new fork of a coin.
Why? They just did it.
Does exactly what they need to do.
They literally just did it though. And so if the technology really is the same, and the blockchain is nearly identical to BSV, then I think that it would be a really easy transition for a lot of these coders, actually, just to plug in this new blockchain. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong.
I wouldn't want to go through a fork.
No, I don't want to go through a fork either. I'd rather him just be Satoshi.
Yeah.
You all right, brother?
I definitely don't think they're gonna fork it because of fake toad.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't think so either. I think it's possible. I think it's possible somebody branches off and says, we don't want to be associated with this anymore. We can take the same technology and, not have a shill fake Toshi Lord at the helm and
I think
make
it's stupid because they'd be dividing the community. And now you just got to promote a brand new freaking coin.
I agree.
And start building over. There ain't a reason.
Oh, no, it'd be terrible. It'd be terrible, I know.
The only reason somebody would do that is to market their own little social media website. And
right. And,
they would invent a coin like Frog.Vision.
Right.
It's a publicity stunt. There's nothing real behind it.
Exactly. And and then the protocol is the only thing that actually matters anyway. So, I mean, if that doesn't change, there wouldn't be any point to forking. But I do think that people, and again, this is all hypothetical, assuming that Craig goes down, I think there definitely will be some people running from the whole situation. So let's see what we got in chat. Manifestival says they wouldn't need to fork it for the exact same reasons. There would be no one forking off since the protocol is what matters. See, yeah, there you go. The protocol is what matter. It's like a super hot rod and a beater body. That's right. Max Mix says, have you tried getting a CSW interview?
I was sending them hand cash messages.
Yeah, I don't know if we'd say that we've been terribly active in trying to get a CSW interview. My thing is, I mean, I'd love to talk to the guy, but that's not a priority for me.
He won't answer our questions.
You know what? Yeah. But that's actually a good question. Aside from CSW,
he might come on here, but
now that we're talking about it, since we're on this new schedule every day, 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. Monday through Friday, right? Saturday off, and then Sunday we're gonna have a highly edited video put out with Twetch Culture Daily live at the end of every live stream. We're gonna have guests. We're gonna try to push for having guests on 2 days a week. Aside from CSW, for the people in the chat, who would you like to see on InTheBox as one of our next guests?
That's a good question. I mean, obviously shooting for the stars with people like Craig and Calvin would be amazing. But ultimately, and this kind of goes back to the root of what InTheBox is, we're not really a crypto talk channel. We're not even really a BSV talk channel. Here recently, we've talked about the coin quite a bit, but we're more of a people behind the coin, people behind the Twetches sort of channel. Yeah. So we really like to promote art and music and those kind of things on our channel. So I wouldn't say that CSW has necessarily been a priority for us. I mean, had we been bugging him every day since we started, we probably have him by now. But I just don't know if it's been necessarily a priority for us. So not to say we wouldn't.
But what's been really cool though is like when we've been educating people, and it is cool to throw a little bit of crypto in there. So for newcomers to Twetch, they understand a little bit about it, because not everybody's coming from, crypto Twitter. There's artists coming over, there's this coming over. So it's good to talk a little bit of cryptocurrency.
I would just end up popping off at Craig W and just being like, why are you not even writing?
Anyone on your channel, slap out loud. Trust me, and we do.
Yeah.
With that 24-hour live stream we did yesterday.
Yeah, we had people, a ton of people in it.
Around 10 different Twitchers on. We had Misha Patel, we had Customized, we had
Inside Out, Air Festival, everybody, man. We had a bunch of people.
Festival, we had who else was in here? We had
Heather was in here for a little bit. Beans the dog.
Mm-hmm. Beans the dog. It was pretty cool. We have a good time.
Man. It was definitely cool.
But we've had a couple people ask us, and we
Child
on having something lined up for this Friday. But we do want to know what you guys want to see. We're trying to do 2 a week. We're shooting for every Monday and every Friday. So you guys could always shoot us a message on Twitch as well. But if you're in the chat now, Manifestable says Connor Murray, and Max Mix says get anybody up on your channel. I like that one. So we'll definitely take that into consideration.
Definitely.
Max Mix says get Bill Gates on.
Bill Gates.
Yeah, I think we sent him an email. Oh, Dagan.
Dagan's a great. I'd love to get Dagan.
And they just had a big update on Baymail like a week ago, so he's pretty cool to get him on there. We should give him a shout out.
I'd like to get some Money Button people on here too. I hear the Money Button team is fairly small. I'd like to get.
I'd rather have
the whole freaking thing. Well, that's true. Money Button uses Twitch a bit.
Not like Dagan. Dagan uses it like a regular user sometimes. I like that about him. He's more like a people person.
Ryan X Charles has been stepping up his game a little bit. I'm gonna have to give him that. I'm gonna have to give him a little bit of props because he's been working a little bit. Not gonna lie.
Okay, you like. How about you work on Ryan and I'll work on Dagan?
All right, let's get them both. I'd love to have Ryan and Dagan on. That would be actually really cool.
Well, we can line them up on different days. So you work on Ryan, I work on Dagan.
All right, well, let's attempt to get them on the same day because that's even cooler.
What about Alex?
Alex, I'd love to hear about Alex.
You want to work on Bill Gates?
Bill Gates, all right.
No, I tell you what, let's be realistic. You work on Alex, dude. You get Alex Dookie, and I'll get Ryan Charles, and you get Dagan there, Andres, and we'll see what we can get.
Well, we already did Jack. That would be. I don't think we got that good of a response. He was kind of boring. Of a personality.
That's right.
I want a wallet wars. I want to get all the wallets on and tell us why they're going to be.
We will definitely do that in the future.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Down on that. But I think Ryan, Alex, Dagan sounds cool. Connor Murray.
Shout out to Manifestable's wife who just signed up for Twitch today at 11,380. Yeah, 11,380. 11380.
I want to get Machete on here, Eli Roth, Smoke Pipe, John Fitch.
Danny Trejo, Eli Roth, like combo.
Rob Zombie, even though he's not on Twitch.
Well, maybe he might be. I don't know.
Nah, dude, Rod Sirloin, he's just a stoner from Chicago.
What about,
it's not Rob Zombie.
What about what?
Who was the first guy we thought was Rob Zombie?
Twetchard Simmons, maybe? Is that who it was?
No, was it? Yeah, it was.
I think it was.
What happened to him?
I don't know.
Yeah, he went dark after he probably saw our podcast and found out that we found out about it.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you think, guys? We got about 45 minutes left in the stream. Should we switch gears and maybe try a little Twetch Culture Daily live?
Is there a way that we can go back and share screen and watch our ambush?
What's the rate?
Oh my god, it was so funny.
I don't. Hold on, maybe.
What the stream?
Yeah.
I don't think it's even.
Yeah, that's
probably.
the thing.
Okay,
it's
never
not
mind.
even processed yet.
It was so golden.
We're gonna clip that out though for sure. We're gonna post that as its own separate In the Box Gets Rated video.
Zoomers.
Freaking Zoomers.
Fucking with boomers.
Dude, see if you could pull that up so people could see the analytics.
Nope.
Well, it's gonna be weird because I don't have like a. Hold on. Bear with me, everybody. This might look a little strange.
Show them that we did for sure pass the 24-hour mark. We crushed.
Oh, I don't think there was any question about that. Let's be
General,
real.
you had me rolling by the end of that.
Dude,
Yeah,
I was at
funny as
another
hell.
I did like a solid 16 hours.
So these people know these fools shadow ban me.
Voodoo child.
Left me in the waiting room for like 6 hours.
At least you were managing chat.
Mm-hmm. Which no one ever read the chat like all day long.
All right, this might look really weird because I have this set up for Twetch Culture Daily, but we're gonna use this scene here. I think it'll work.
Yeah, it'll be good.
So yeah, I can do this, and then if I zoom out, maybe. Oh no, that didn't work. I made it.
Dookie, I didn't know you couldn't get in all day. I was wondering what happened to you.
Well, I forgot to change my name to Voodoo Child for like the Twetchstock
Daily Live.
because I made a new photo and changed my name, and I forgot about it after when we got raided,
Dude.
and I got booted during the raid. So every time I was just sitting in the chat.
So it was your fault, not ours.
Well, I forgot that I changed my name, so they just kept seeing Voodoo Child in there, and everybody kept just kicking me out. Like, what the fuck?
So unfortunately, I can't actually see. Basically, the analytics I'm seeing right now are from after the live stream was posted.
Go to video, I think, and then you have to hit live. Because I think what you're looking at is the Twetch Culture Daily Live one, not the 24-hour one, right?
Oh. Yeah, you're right. Whoops. That makes sense.
Look at that 24-hour, 31 minutes, 13 seconds.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah. That was freaking sick.
24 and a half hours. That's official.
Yeah.
Trying to see.
So, what do you guys think of our new ambitious project for the BTC happening, the 24-hour live stream we're going to do then? How do you think it's going to compare as opposed to this one?
We'll see.
And it's time for your special segment called Rando Segment, where we grab a random person from Twetch, anybody on Twetch, any rando, and bring him in and let them give us their piece. Who's up this time, Animal, on Rando Segment?
So how many before we go into Twetch Culture Daily, I think we finished off talking about the BTC happening live stream. Who we have signed up right now for segment.
Well, you tried to make it interesting, Hunter, and now we're going to talk more about the happening.
No, just I want to know who's got signed up so far. Trisha.
Dude, I don't know, man. That's on you, man. You're the head organizer of that shindig.
All right, I'll take full credit for it. I got it.
You got this. I'll take a second. You can sign me up for 2 hours.
And Andres taking care of the 24-hour live stream for the BTC happening.
That's right.
It's gonna be epic.
Yeah.
Epic.
It's almost like people actually care about the BTC happening. At least Andres thinks so.
Oh, of course. Of course they do.
I mean, it's nothing. It don't compare to 420, so I don't understand. Do you remember the BTC happening?
Do half as well. If we could do half as well as what we did on the 420 stream, that'd be pretty freaking dope. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
You know me, man. I see shit, I make it happen, dog, and I see it.
Khaleesi. Sorry, crazy dogs in the house.
So,
What do you guys think? Chat, you think we should do a big mega 24-hour live stream for the BTC happening? And I was thinking too, I think I heard that Walmart's going to do a 20% off sale on some fruit roll-ups pretty soon. And I was thinking we could 24-hour live stream that as well.
I'm down.
Walmart's having a sale. Hell yeah.
Yeah, a little 20% off. So it's going to be pretty great.
A once in a lifetime thing as well.
Yeah. So we're hoping that we can we're hoping we can actually get them down to 50% off, and we'll call it the fruit by the foot happening.
Well, the thing with that is because if it goes lower than 50% ever, then it'll be just a waste. We'd have to delete the other life.
Yeah, then it's like fruit by the 6 inches.
Yeah. So we got Trisha Manifestival, we got Customized. They're all interested in it. They love it.
Good.
I heard Animal sign up for it too.
Well, Dookie has to because unfortunately...
I'll gladly do 2 hours.
He gets a spot because he did so great on the 24-hour 420 live stream. He automatically wins a 2-hour spot.
Wow. You know what? You know what I think, Andres? I think let's just do this live right now. Dookie Love, you know, we're so impressed by your work. I think we're actually going to go ahead and give you 2 2-hour slots.
2 of them.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and so that you should feel very honored. You get to host InTheBox for a whole 4 hours.
I get to be host.
Yeah, dude.
Do I get the powers to mute who I want?
Dude, yeah.
Whatever the fuck
you can literally do whatever you want.
Shit down if you want.
You can take a big old
shadow ban you fuckers this time.
Yes, you can.
You can do whatever you want.
God, I wish you would.
Okay. Bet.
I like it. That's awesome.
You're gonna wish you were there.
I had a great time. I'm surprised we made it all the way through with 1 hour in advance. That's going into a championship fight with like a day in advance, a day notice, and you got to cut 25 pounds. You know.
I enjoyed for the longest time. I had my laptop in my garage watching customized work as I worked on my 4-wheeler. That was fun. For like hours, awesome. It seemed like.
So here's what I think I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to make a Twetch that says Twetch Culture Daily Live. Tune in now. And then...
So give it, what time is it now? Give it about 5, 6, 7 minutes.
It's 12:20. We'll start at 12:30.
Okay. That way I can roll one up.
Yeah, I'm going to step outside myself. Kind of cool down. It's hot in here today. Hot. It's hot here.
So I would say that the format that we're doing right now is pretty organized, pretty successful. And I think once we get the segments a little bit more filled in and stuff like that, I think it's going to be pretty dope. How does it feel knowing that we did a whole stream on Streamlabs with OBS as opposed to using Zoom? Does it feel weird that we didn't use Zoom or?
I don't think it feels weird. I mean, I actually feel pretty comfortable about what we're doing. I wish that I had some more options that I don't with Discord. I mean, I wish that I could, take these heads and move them, move the little video windows around instead of just having them vertical. I mean, I wish I had more options, but I am thrilled with it overall.
And why are you thrilled? Because it's better for the user experience, right?
Well, I'm going to tell you one of my main complaints.
Really enjoy it.
One of the main complaints that I've had recently, it bothered me the most, I realized, during the Jack C. Lou interview, because his head was stuck down in that corner, and he was really close to his mic, and he was kind of leaned up into his video camera.
Zoom thing was
his
across his face.
Zoom watermark right across his face. So I couldn't even like take snippets out of his face, and it really bothered me. That was the straw that broke the camel's back, I think, for me.
Yeah. Well, what about Hunter having to spend $60 on a VPN
Just to use it?
He can use Zoom. So now we're paying for Zoom every month, and then on top of that, Hunter has to freaking pay $60 a year or whatever it is for VPN.
Yeah, that really blows.
I guess VPNs are good, to have anyway, but a lot of people like to use the free ones, but for something like this, for example, you need a good VPN. And Discord is just you pop in and out. It's so simple. None of this fucking drop a link bullshit.
Well, and you know too that because of everything happening in the world right now, everybody's tuning into Zoom. I mean, Zoom kind of went viral. I didn't know what Zoom was 4 months ago. And now it seems that Zoom is like the new normal. Everybody's using it to talk. So the servers get flooded.
Before it was cool.
Right, that's right. But nowadays, the servers are so flooded that you have a lot of voice latency and lag and issues all the time. It's something that we haven't really got with Discord. So shout out to Discord for being pretty dope. I would like more video chat options. Just throwing that out there, but whatever.
I can't wait till these streaming services for BSB come out. Do you think that's gonna help the amount of users that use BSB? Because I would even argue to say that YouTube sucks worse than Twitter. So there's the video content creator market. Do you think they would go on the BSB train because of the shadow? I think it's way more apparent on YouTube.
It's gonna take somebody with a really, really big vision and some really badass coder friends to get something that's gonna fight with YouTube.
I hear I've already heard 2 people talking about it, that there's a couple things in the works for BSB.
Here's the thing. YouTube has a lot of things that you can do with it, especially as a content creator. I mean, we're able to plug this live stream in live to it. We're able to edit it on.
What happens with the day that we get banned for using a certain word? Like, for example, when Alex Jones got banned and there was a live stream talking about
it. I hear you. Dude, yeah, I know, man. I know. I mean, I hear you. But at the same time, there's nothing even close. There's nothing even in the race with YouTube right now. I mean,
BitChute.
BitChute? Really? You think BitChute's in the race with YouTube?
Not necessarily in the race, but their market is growing hugely.
Yeah, I guess.
It's still. You want to know why as well? Because InfoWars posts their show on there.
So they brought that kind of conspiracy theory alt-right crowd, but that's it.
It's not, InfoWars is not alt-right, man. InfoWars is so far from alt-right. I don't think you know what alt-right means.
No, I do. Actually.
InfoWars is far from alt-right. Way far. They're 1776 what they are.
Yeah, but I think that a lot of people definitely still consider that right.
Well, why did they consider that? Just like we talked about earlier. Which is why I think Twetch is going to reach 60,000 users. Because it doesn't have the stigma of politics attached to it, right?
Yeah.
So Gab.ai has the stigma of politics attached to it, right? So even though 90% of the people on Gab are probably not alt-right, just because 10% of the people on there are alt-right, the media, picks out a few posts and says that the entire site is all, fucking.
Yeah, I think there's some truth in that for sure. I would definitely I hope that doesn't happen with Twetch for what it's worth. I mean, it already has a.
That's my only worry about it, is that when everybody starts getting banned off of Twitter. But I think the good thing is, the first round of people that got banned off Twitter, there was a lot of anti-Semites who I think they should be able to post on Twitter. Yes, I do.
Yeah. And I think that Twitch overall has kind of a right-leaning fan base anyway.
they don't have the goy culture. You know, you don't see the Jew with the big nose and the creepy little beard and doing the hat thing. Like the blatantly racist boy meme. You know what I'm talking about? You don't see that on Twitch. You
not yet.
Gab every day. But you won't see that on Twitch. I think a site like Steemit has grown a lot because I was kind of on Steemit when it almost first started, where you could actually go through the latest feed kind of like Twitch. So I've seen a site grow like that. And the good thing is, it's harder to put a political stigma on Twitch just for the fact that it has blockchain on it,
I agree with that. I do.
But Gab has been fucking marked as a Nazi website, which it's not, So that is another reason I think that's what they call Gab. It's a radical far right website, social media web. But it's not. It really isn't.
What do you say, guys? Let's jump into this. Let's do a little Twitch culture.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I got some cool stuff pulled up for us.
Yeah.
So,
you there?
He's out for now. He's popping in a live chat. Hopefully, when we get going, he'll pop his head back in.
We'll keep it chill today. We'll just do the whole what is good. This is Twetch Culture Daily Live, episode 43, with your homeboys from InTheBox. It's where you can catch up on all things Twetch culture, whether it's news, memes, arts, funny, anywhere unboxings, freaking 24-hour live streams, all that.
You got it right here. Let's jump in. So first off today, Money Button announced their big thing. We talked about it a little bit during our 24-hour stream yesterday.
Yeah.
Invisible Money Button. This has massive implications, people, not just for Twitch. This will allow you to authorize money button uses without having to swipe it, effectively implementing one-click payments into Twitch. This is a really awesome feature. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I've always said I'm a purist. Even when Money Button was so much slower than Relay, I've always stuck with it. I really have. These guys gave me a lot of shit for a few weeks about not using Relay for good reason. I totally understand. Relay had leapfrogged them, no doubt about it. But with Money Button, I'm in love. I love it. I'm not going back.
No more. This essentially is the Relay X1 killer, essentially, right?
And I'll tell you what, man, it's just as fast as that Relay one click, and I haven't had any problems.
I actually seen a post from a couple comments from Randy and I believe Elon and some others where they were having issues where even though it said that it was posted, a lot of things weren't getting posted. Oh, it was Mario.
Really?
So people are switching back to Relay already.
Okay, all right. And I'm sure they will have bugs. I haven't had any problems. You're gonna have bugs.
I don't
what?
think
it's
I've
all
had
new.
that problem yet.
I haven't either. Everything I've done has gone through.
But
it's been really smooth on my end. So.
Well, I mean, I know.
I like it.
Essentially, Twitch is like a test playground for Ryan, right? So
that's right.
Once he gets perfected, he could go to Zuckerberg or Jack Dorsey and say, "Hey, leave that back."
Probably Dorsey.
Behind.
Right, and that's why I brought up the
right.
Yeah, that's exactly why I brought up the implications too, because this is so much bigger than Twitch. This can be used in so many places. Not that things like Relay couldn't, but I think that this is a really attractive thing for developers. Paying invisibly after authorization. I mean, think about the implications for maybe like a blackjack game or something. You put the invisible money button on your bet button, just as an example, some kind of blockchain blackjack. Really, lots of cool stuff you could use.
Texas Hold'em.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. What I mean.
Do you think that Jack Dorsey would ignore this just for the fact that he's a Bitcoin fanboy? He changed the Bitcoin hashtag to the BTC one, right? And the fact that if Money Button was to go on something like Twitter and people get banned off of Twitter, they are already familiar with that product and then switch over to Twetch. I mean, don't you think if they put Money Button on Twitter, it's just a gateway drug to Twetch?
Yeah. I also think that if Twitter starts implementing a lot of things that Twetch does, like, you know, maybe you have a like a Twitter premium where you can only interact and use this said like pay feature with other people that are already doing it too. I mean, I don't know. It comes to a kind of a fine line of like, if Twitter starts implementing Twetch stuff, why do I need to come to Twetch? You know?
Yeah.
So I think again, fine line, and I'm definitely excited to see what the future holds.
But the main thing they have to, the main thing they're going to have to implement is owning your own data, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the bottom line. Without that, that's the big difference, right? That's the fundamental difference between it. So that's not going to happen.
Right, because whatever, even if they're paying each other for posts, they're still not on chain. So you're exactly right.
They'll start a different platform if they want to do that. If it's not broke, don't fix it. They're making enough money. They're not going to try to change the wheel.
Preach, I agree. For them, right? I agree, right? Absolutely.
And as good as Money Button is, I don't think Ryan X Charles should start popping champagne bottles that Facebook,
right,
Twitter, or Instagram would ever pick this up.
Yeah,
because it is superb, but I think there's like a 0.1% chance that.
Yeah, I don't really see it either. But you know what?
Well, you mean using BSV? You mean BSV or for
I see them stealing the technology.
Well, yeah, but Money Button is BSV. They're using BSV for their payment system. So there's really, what I'm asking is, are they going to use that button technology with the BSV? Because if they're going to use BSV for it, that's good for us. That's good for everybody. Sure. Like I love Twetch, but the reality is BSV is bigger than Twetch.
Right now they're using that token.
Right.
Who is?
You know, Twitter.
Twitter, yeah.
They're using that token.
They're using it.
That token, not.
But you have to be using the Brave browser to even have the BAT token be activated, correct?
Yeah, whatever the case is, I don't even know how it works. We should look into
exactly. We should look into it more.
Yeah,
and we will, because I want to talk about that.
Before I even looks into it, I'll be ignorant and say it sucks.
Well, you know, the whole idea behind BAT token is you get incentivized for your basic attention, So your attention to the screen, you get paid for advertisements, you get paid for this stuff.
And then I'll just dump it into BSV.
Yeah, I don't see how that could work with Twitter, but I don't know. I know that there was some kind of a pay me thing going around with Twitter a while ago.
I guess you could tip people in those coins. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like if you look at Twitter, there's a little BAT token on the actual profile.
That's cool.
Or post, and you could click it if you want.
Yeah, ultimately, I think that we're getting too much into the Money Button being on Twitter and Facebook. I mean, the bigger implications are for things like Streamanity, right? Where you just click play on a video and you don't have to think about it. Or something like even Pure Game, where you bet on the freaking turtle and you don't have to push that button.
If Money Button got on Facebook, it's a win. It's a win for BSV. Anything that's built on BSV is a win. I don't care what your company's name is. I don't care what it's.
It's not a win for Facebook because they don't like BSV. They don't want BSV to succeed.
Well, listen. Do you care? Do most people care that Mark Zuckerberg is a piece of shit, lying bastard? No. They still use Facebook. That's why people aren't going to care that Craig Wright is whatever. It doesn't matter. If the technology works and they're making money, they don't care. They can care less. BS, whatever. BSB, this coin, that coin. They don't care. Rich people are married to their coins. They don't take a vow of I'll always be faithful to you. No, they don't care. What's making me the most money? This is capitalistic. This is the way of the world. This is how it works. If you're making more money, you'll do it. You don't care. And that's why I think we're going to do well with BSB, is that I think it will save a lot of money in the long run. That's what I'm putting my money on. As far as why do I have BSV sitting in my pocket? Well, I use it, but not very much of it. I use it on Twetch. That's about it. I'm honest. I'm not out spending my BSV on this and that. because it's not possible. And also I don't spend any money. I hardly spend any money. I'm living in India for $60 a month.
Sure.
So what am I doing with my BSV? I'm sitting on it because that's what I have. That's what I have. And I think it's a win no matter what company's built on it, no matter what company grows out of it, no matter if we're partners. I hate Facebook, but would I like to see BSV on there? Hell yeah. Because my BSV is going to be worth a lot more than $100.
No, but what I'm saying is that the chances of it going on there are slim to none. I would love for it to go on there as well, but unfortunately, the people
they will just build their own.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It makes a good story. It makes a good story, though, doesn't it? It makes a good conversation. It makes a good conversation. Like if you titled this video, is Money Button partnering with Facebook, dude? You can add 200 views to it right away, dude. So you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
It's all good. I like talking about it.
Here,
I do too.
Let
for
me
sure.
spoil it for you. They probably never will.
Probably not. Let's move on. Let's see what else we got here. This was cool. This is Michael Wehrman, his first post at 11392. The frog forced me on a Twetch, literally. Shout out to him. This guy actually, I don't know as much as I should about him, but he's wrote a couple articles, I believe, about Twetch and about BSV, about different things in the community. I've seen his stuff on Twitter quite a bit. So good to have him on Twetch. Meme guy with
he's an article on Twetch, and he never used Twetch until now.
Yeah, I think so. I think he may have interviewed Josh, mistaken. I'll look into that more here shortly.
He tagged us.
He did. Elon said, check these profiles out and hit him with the Trejo and the Archilect, Ali, Cernovich. Yeah, that was really cool of you there, Frog. Thank you.
Definitely follow Ali Alexander. Definitely follow Cernovich. Definitely follow Meme God. Definitely follow Pix, Masume, Salty. All those are good.
Go ahead and go ahead and hit up 6695 while you're at it too. Let's just go ahead and throw that one out there.
Hit up Dookie Love too. I want to throw a vote for Dook.
Dookie Love is 0 followers.
You vote for Dookie. You vote for us, right?
Bet.
Another cool first post. The cutie pie Feminon at 11375 says, I may look like I steal hearts, but I actually just steal memes. Can we have
when you steal memes?
I like the name.
You steal hearts.
I like the name because if you break down the name, it's cutie pie, right? And then it's femme anon. So she's probably into like some cute stuff or something like that. Wouldn't be surprised if it came from like the Craig.
I actually pulled two up from her because this one, she gives no fucks because it says, I'm so glad I joined Twitch. The whole platform is straight big dick energy.
Hell yeah.
Oh, baby.
That's true.
Strong.
I'm into that. Yes. Very
strong.
Strong like bull.
Yes.
And designer Cheryl, our knitting friend, who's always posting some cool knitting work, says, making one of a kind. Anyone interested? Should I do an auction? The answer is yes, Cheryl. You should. Take it from us.
That right now and say yes, you should, because I will bid on that.
I guarantee Andres gets it. I guarantee Andres gets it, man.
I'm not gonna give away my secrets. It's an auction. You know?
How much should we bet on this live right now?
What is it?
It's a Twetch hat, like a beanie.
Slash auction 420. You got a slash auction.
It's we're past for 20. Do $15 is reasonable. I'll pay 15 for it right now.
Or we just let her have her own auction.
We would start the bidding at 15. You know.
Yeah, so we've officially got a $15 bid going on this. Somebody come out bid.
It's us.
This is going to be worth way more than $15.
Someone please
help. It's so cool. She's like, I'm part of a knitting group. I can't wait till they all get on Twitch.
I think she's the oldest person on Twitch, possibly.
Yeah, well, that's possible.
That's debatable.
You know, there's definitely some old hearts on here. Not to call anybody out, but I think you got your Mead the Foam Smiths and the Super Knots on there. Cernovich is old, yeah.
Cernovich. I got 5 or 6 years on Andres, right? Andres is 38.
Yeah, I am.
What about Trejo?
Trejo's like got to be 65.
It's got to be 65. I think so too. That's a good one. Yeah, so that's good food for thought. If you think you know somebody older on Twitch, comment on this. Let us know.
Throw them out there.
Nisha's daughter's got to be the youngest, right? She's 10.
Maybe so, yeah. Or possibly Sophia, I think, is about that same age.
Paola.
Yeah, I think it's Paola. I heard her say
Paola, that's right. Good, Dan. I'm proud of you, dude. Good job, man.
Yeah, I actually thought it was Paola too. I had been calling her Paola for weeks.
Me too.
Paola.
Yeah, but I heard her say it in the stream. She said Paola. She actually spoke to her, and I was like,
it was awesome that she showed up, man.
Yeah,
that was cool. That was really cool.
We might have had the youngest Twitcher on stream.
We might have, yeah.
For the first 24-hour live stream ever.
Yeah. So here's a cool first post. It says Oxel Dev at 11391 says, "This is proof that I at some point existed." That's true. There's your proof right there on the blockchain. Yeah, I like that a lot.
What's that user number?
11391. Yep. 11391. Oxel Dev.
You guys are completing each other's sentences.
I know.
Beautiful.
That's what's
pretty soon.
It's gonna say 100,000 soon, boys.
Pretty soon they're just gonna merge. Pretty soon there won't be animal or andranimal. It'll be
Andranimal.
Andranimal. There you go. Andranimal.
Animals.
If you move your camera just a little lower and cut your head off, Andre will be on your body. You guys will actually merge right now. Yes, Andre, move your head over.
Wait, to the left or to the
right? All right.
Yes, Andranimal.
Andranimal. I like it.
I got a good one for that.
So if you tuned into our live stream yesterday, between the hours of I guess it was probably 6 a.m. to about 2 p.m. Eastern time. You definitely probably picked up on Customized. He had his camera above his workshop and was putting in work for hours and hours on our live stream, hanging out with us. And this is the stuff that it was epic. So this is the stuff that he was actually working on. These really cool shoulder pads. I watched those come from inception to near completion. They're really freaking cool.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, so shout out to you, man. Thanks for hanging out with us on our stream. And if you haven't gone and checked out Customized yet, he is at 5283 and is a total must follow on Twitch. You gotta keep up with him. He's always posting really cool stuff.
Yeah, I told him what he should do is he should do record the 10 hours, right?
Right.
I can't wait till they process it and then just chop it up into speed it up into a 10-minute, quick build.
A little time lapse.
Yeah, time. That's the word I was looking for. Oh, there we go.
This was my favorite post of the day, right here.
Yeah, this is the one you brought up earlier, Andres. I'm going to read this out really quick, and then we'll talk about it. This is Acorn Stacked at 11,374. He says the total number of posts, branches included in posts, likes, and follows up to the posting of this Twetch. Twetch stats totals 309,786 posts, 69,024 branches, 244,231 likes, and 78,822 follows. Some pretty serious numbers.
People say there ain't a lot of likes going on Twitch, but there's almost one per post. It's up there.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good percentage.
80%.
So why don't you do that right quick? Pull up the calculator and see what the exact percentage is, right? That's something cool to know.
Yeah,
I mean, 5, 6.
That as long as you put some effort into your content, you're gonna get a like.
Yeah, and look at it. Can you click on his profile pic?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds. I'm on my calculator here.
Is that Josh Hensley?
Ta-da! You figured it out, Andre.
Yeah, because he told me his website.
This was his SDK. This is the SDK he's been working on. It's a robot.
No fucking way.
Nice.
Everything that he just posted.
Did you look at his profile pic?
Whoa, I get it.
It's an acorn. It's Josh with an acorn on his head. Because he's Crypto Acorns on Twitter.
He told me that's the name of his website.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Big up to you.
He's doing big things.
Yeah,
wow, this
Josh
is really awesome.
He is doing big things, dude.
He's a pretty cool dude, Animal. Speaking of missing things, giving me all that shit.
Yeah, I know. I actually went back and watched it. I'm pretty sad about that. I'm gonna follow you.
I think we've all missed like a major thing before, right? Like that's how
At least
through the Billy Rose.
You slept right through Billy Rose.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds familiar.
What about when Dookie missed out on River?
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. We can't be there for everything, but someone's always holding down. It's all good.
That's right.
So what do you guys think? Just really quick, what do you guys think about the 11 to 1 a.m. vibe?
Works for me.
Works for me.
So this has actually been happening in my living room all day today and yesterday. This is a little Lazy H, my fiance, at 8145. Doing a cool little beater on. Bead painting.
That was awesome.
Little watercolor action. That's actually a gift. That's a
freaking amazing.
That's going to be a gift for my stepmom, Fetishera. I hope I'm not blowing it right now and sitting at home on the live stream. So.
Yeah.
President Randy says, history will be written in memes. Meme makers are modern day scribes. That's true.
I like that.
And I think it asks the bold question, what is a meme? I think we had Quinn Alchemist on here the other night. A good answer to that. He said that a meme is just an idea, right? It did pretty much everything at one point was a meme. Somebody joked about something or had some kind of an interesting thought, a based thought, if you will. And the rest is history. So history will definitely be written in memes.
Just like they were talking about, what's the whole point of having a marketing department when you could go to 4chan, hire some 4chan trolls, and they'll probably do better marketing than any marketing could out.
Exactly, yeah. Meme marketing is real. Right. Exactly. Look at InTheBox. That's pretty much all we've done is shit post.
Moisty is secretly buying memes with fiat on freaking BSV. I mean on 4chan.
Could be. So Moisty, if you're out there and you're watching, man, just pay us. We'll make your memes, and you can pay us in BSV.
And you can use Frog Vision, yeah.
Exactly.
Stop exiting Frog Vision out of the ecosystem.
So Dookie, I went over into your neighborhood and hung out with your neighbor at 1617. Crackle as a koala. Says, hope you realize how crazy this shit's gonna get.
What's he referencing?
That's a pretty deep thing, because that's why I brought this up, is because what are you talking about? You talking about the global shutdown via coronavirus? You talking about
he's gotta be.
You talk about Twetch mooning and going all out viral?
I might need to go next door and check on this guy.
You might need to go next door and see what's up with him. He seems like he's having a hard time. So Crackle as a koala, if you're hanging out and you're watching him.
That's almost like one of those psychic lines, it applies to everything.
Exactly.
When you go to a psychic and they just feed you that one line that applies to everything. It's kind of like this. Like when I read this, what I'm thinking is global financial fucking meltdown coming up.
Me too. Me too. Yeah, that's what I see too.
Housing bubble is gonna be.
Shoo.
Yeah, that's what I see right now, and it sucks to look at it in a pessimistic way. I like when he said, "I wonder how dope Twetch is gonna get." So instead of looking at global economic meltdown, I'll try to look at this Twetch as how dope is Twetch gonna look.
Yeah, we'll go with that. Here's a cool first Twetch from Ale at 11389. Twetch, stop crying. I'm already here. That's a good first post right there. I like that.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
Nice little figuring out how to GIF right out of the gate. I like that.
Yeah.
And speaking of Manifestival's wife, here's Jelly Donut at 11380 with a first post, which is unfortunate because she decided to comment on Manifestival's post with her first post. So she's got
Is
her
that his
timeline.
wife? Jelly Donut's his wife? I didn't know that.
Jelly Donut's the wife. Yeah, he mentioned that in
cool.
our live chat earlier.
Okay.
But coming out with this fire Twetch.
Shout out.
It's
Right
Twetchny.
off the bat.
It's Twetchny, bitch. It's pretty good. Got to be honest.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing, Jelly Donut. In fact, you're gonna get a little love from the box.
I just gave you a follow, Jelly Donut. Welcome.
That's rare. You gotta really earn it.
You gotta earn it from Hunter. That's true.
Yeah.
And
Me, I just gotta be able to turn my phone on. And if I can get into my phone, I'll leave you a follow.
exactly.
All the other accounts, every other fucking device I have set up is for InTheBox.
So this is the last one I've got lined up for the day. This is a first post from Amy at 11/363. Says, "I love sleeping, eating, and also my master little kitty account. I like it.
Love cats.
Gotta love cats.
I'm
I'm gonna follow Amy." Just because.
the invisible.
Yeah, did you see that?
Look at the first one in a branch. Let's give Ryan some shout out. Let's give him some love since he'll never get any love from Twitter or Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, now you can really make it onto that leaderboard fast too. Bang, 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 bang.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty incredible. Pretty nice.
244,000 likes, 310,000 posts. Those are some pretty good numbers, guys.
Not bad. Not bad.
You got anything to end this off with? I say we go through kind of like all four of us. I want to hear how you feel about the new structure that we're doing with 11 p.m., 1 a.m., Twetch Culture Daily live at the end, like we did right now. And then possibly if we want to edit it for tomorrow, we could suck it off the live stream and do an edit out of it. But it get like we all mentioned it. Does it let people see how we do it? So tell me, what do you think?
What are we doing? Are we doing Twetch Culture Daily? Are we done?
Well, no, we're doing like the end now, you know? Don't worry, Hunter might edit this out tomorrow, he might not. But you'll get another episode of Twetch Culture Daily live. How do you feel about the new structure, Lee? 11 p.m., 1 a.m., Twetch Culture Daily live at the end like we did right now. It gives us a chance whether we want to edit it or not, or tomorrow. How do you feel about the new structure?
I don't know.
You heard it here first.
Could be better.
It could always be better, but do you like it?
Not really.
Do well?
Maybe.
Well, guys, you heard it here first. Maybe. And
Maybe.
What about you? 11 p.m., 1 a.m., Twetch Culture Daily live at the end, which gives us the option to either edit it or not, but people still get it. And at the same time, they get to see how, how we go through our little things like we did right now.
Yeah, I'll say, I'll just go ahead and give it a quick little pros and cons list, okay? For me, definitely some pros. First off, I love the interaction. I love the live chat. I love the people in the community being able to put their input in. If we don't know what the hell we're talking about, you can call us out on it. I really appreciate that. I think that's really cool. I think if we can get on a good structure, we get this plan and people know that they can tune in at this time. We keep it, where we're doing Twetch Culture Daily at 12:30, just like we did tonight, in the middle of our live stream. People don't have to sit around for 2 hours. They know that if they want to just pop their head in right on time. So if we can drive that schedule in, I think it'll be really cool for the people that do want to watch Twetch Culture Daily. I think that when we do it off live stream and we record it and we edit it and we drop a really cool video, I do think that those end up being cooler videos, but
I agree.
They also
take a lot of work.
A lot of work.
A lot.
And so with that being said, it's hard to it's hard to make a promise that we can get that done every day. This one we can probably be pretty consistent on it. And I will say that the time works out well because I loved having all 4 of us here. I love being able to comment on things and not being too worried about it. And, you know, just for me, I like the pressure of being live, knowing that we're going to put this out. And if you are tuned in, you get a proper episode of Twetch Culture Daily without all the frills, you know, because I think a lot of our viewers do turn in just to catch up on the Twetch posts like of the day. You know, maybe they haven't had time to spend a bunch of time on Twetch, which is going to be another reason why I think it's important that we start on time during that Twetch Culture Daily section, because, you know, I think people do enjoy our channel so that they can get their kind of compacted Twetch information in a short time.
That's where we completely grew up, right?
Yeah.
Now, Hunter, what do you have to say about this whole thing? You there, Hunter?
I don't think Hunter is actually in the room at the moment, sir.
No, he's out of the room.
So, since he's not here, if he jumps in, we'll ask him right quick.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys think about 24-hour live stream BTC happening? Hit or miss? Animal?
I think that it all comes down to the effort we choose to put into it for hyping, and you know, I think we just are going to have to do marketing. We want to get this new schedule worked out. We have a lot of merch we have to sell. Basically, we have a lot of eggs in our basket right now. I do think that our 24-hour live stream was a bit of a success. I think that it could have been better. I think the reason it wasn't bigger is because it was spur of the moment. I mean, if people had known we were going to be doing a 24 live stream for 2 weeks, and we had a bunch of really cool things planned and a bunch of really cool guests scheduled throughout the day, it could have been a bigger thing. And I'm not to say that it was a failure, because it wasn't. It was awesome. I think it was really cool.
Was not. It's our #1 video, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was going to happen, and we knew it, though.
Numbers-wise, not necessarily our number.
I think we ought to just choose something different besides the happening, the BTC happening.
Well, that's just the day that we're picking, but like the people that are coming on the block, right? For example, Trisha.
But it could be other people. We could have actual guests on that could talk, give a little presentation.
You got 2 hours of almost whatever you want to do, you know.
Right.
Nookie, you got 4 hours that you're gonna have, you know, to man, you know. So everything is going to be pretty organized. If you want to choose to stick to PTC happening, that's going to be up to you. You don't have to. The only thing we might do is just put the little coin dance thing in the bottom, right? With OBS.
You're not going to have anyone talk about the happening for about fucking 5 to 10 minutes, and then they're going to be out of fucking material.
Well, and here's the thing too. If we put up that we're doing
whatever they want.
If we put up a stream that says we're doing a 24-hour BTC happening stream, we're going to have 0 people show up. If we're saying we're doing it just to do it just like we did, I think we'll have better luck. It just so happens there's a happening that happens somewhere in the middle, then that I get. But basing our whole live stream around the happening, it bores the hell out of me already just thinking about it. So
find something different.
We'll figure that out. I definitely think we are going to do long streams.
I think it's a great day to use it.
Well, then you can go have at it, big boy.
Okay. So our segment will be about the happening, like at an hour before it happens, 2 hours before it happens. Because I already told Customize, do whatever you want. Yeah, I mean,
to be honest with you, I think if we want to do a successful happening video, I say that we just tell people that when there's 5 blocks remaining, we're going live, and we sit there and we wait for it to happen. And then we talk about it as
or part of that could be like the InTheBox segment, right?
I mean, yeah,
so like
I guess
after like we'll start off the stream, we'll explain the stream that the happening will be happening sometime within the stream, right?
Right, which you could do in a 2-hour long stream that would actually have like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know about the 24 hours.
Not even no, but what I mean is the stream will be about customized. Having a 2-hour stream so he could build and kind of talk about what he's building.
Right, and that's what I'm saying too. If it's going to be about people and it's going to be about InTheBox, then it needs to just be a live stream that just happens to have a happening in it. It doesn't need to be a 24-hour stream about the happening. Is my point. I think it just needs bigger subject
Yeah,
matter.
that I agree with. That I agree with 100%.
Yeah.
But happening is happening sometime in between that, and we'll be the ones that will be on when the happening happens, whatever.
Sure.
To talk about it, and everybody could stay in the Zoom chat just like we did for Twetchstock.
I'll tell you what, chat. Why don't you just
Throw some ideas out there.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll definitely figure it out. I mean, we could just, freaking shill Twetch all day or whatever, but, yeah, I don't think it's a terrible idea.
Like I said, I mean, look, all we need to do is fill 12 2-hour slots, right? Or even 24 1-hour slots, right? I mean, depending on how many people we get, we divide it.
I also am saying I don't think it's necessary. If we're going to do a BTC happening live stream, I think that even a 4 to 6 hour live stream is very long for that. I think that if we had an hour or 2 or 3 live stream for that specific event, that's going to bring in a lot of people. That'll bring in a lot of BTCers too.
I think you just need to have an event. You don't even have to call it a 24-hour event. Let it just end like one. Have like a talent show, like I said, or have just line stuff up. Have guests sign up. Have speakers come in. Just have a big day. Make it your own fucking event, your own coin.
Make it your own event, but do it on the same day as the happening. So when the happening happens,
why are you stuck on the happening?
Because
maybe you get more people, because people are watching other shit on that day. If they're in your coins, they're watching other channels.
From Twitch, if we talk about the happening, because we're not only going to get people on Twitch on here if we talk about the happening. We're going to get people from BTC.
Peter V in the chat. Peter V in the chat says, you don't need a reason for the longer stream. Just plan a few things and announce it in advance. See, I like that. I like where his head's at with that. Actually have shit planned that we're going to do, announce it in advance so that we build hype and execute. I don't think that we even need to ride the shoulders of the BTC happening.
They like the happening to do it. It's a smart idea because people are looking for crypto that day, right? Or am I just tripping?
No, I think that's probably true. I'd give you that.
Right?
Yeah.
So the crypto community will be on YouTube for the happening, right? So if we base our event, like we said, we don't need to put happening in the title, but if we base our event around that, would be smart because a lot of the crypto community is on YouTube that way, right?
Yeah, that's probably true. Another thing, it gets a little tricky too. We're going to have to, I think we cannot really announce the day and time of that quite yet because of the fluctuation of speed of how these blocks are getting mined. I mean, this could happen. I actually don't even know how far away it is. I'm going to look really quick.
We could get in touch with all the people that want to do a little segment in there, like Manifestable, Customize, Trisha.
Yes. So right now, the estimation there. Yeah, we know all this. That's not even in question.
She has a 4-hour circus talent show.
Make it 8. Fuck it.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, I mean, we don't need to talk about the specifics because we know that they need to be dealt with. But, so right now it's saying that we have 18 days, 23 hours, 34 minutes until the happening. Looks like it's estimated May 10th right now.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to need to really keep an eye on that because that's going to fluctuate. If some blocks go down really quickly, that time is going to go down dramatically. And these, and BTC's
get everything planned out now between the people that we plan on having on, right?
We would have to plan it out.
Planned out.
We'd have to plan early and announce late. You know what I'm saying? Like we couldn't announce too early and then that damn thing change and switch around on us.
That makes sense.
And be a day later.
That want to come on, right?
Yeah.
So people would need to be flexible. If you want a segment, you have to be flexible because it could be
and it could
Friday,
happen and even if we're in the middle of the stream and something happens and that thing jumps up 6 hours, then we're gonna have to take over your segment and give it back later while we cover it or whatever. So it's gonna have to be a flexible event. We'll have the details. Yeah, and I'm not opposed to it. I just I do think that it's boring. I think it's a boring ass topic.
I think it's boring as well, but it is literally once in it's a one-time event. You know, it's never gonna happen again. That same happen. You know what I'm saying? So it is kind of cool covered, and a lot of people are gonna be on YouTube looking for a channel that's gonna cover the happening. You know?
Yeah, that's probably true.
That.
Yeah, so we'll work on it. We'll get it done.
Jump like into the last like hour or two, or like you said, when you know, once it's down to 5 blocks, whatever the case is, then we'll start ITV live at that. But that'll give all the other people on Twitch a platform to have,
Yeah, so we'll brainstorm the best way to do that. It's definitely something that we do want to cover in some capacity or another, whether it is a 24-hour live stream or just a 5-minute. We're gonna pop in and talk about it section. We'll work out all the details. We do want to make some kind of event out of it. We definitely want to be on the spot when this thing goes down. We definitely want to talk to some BTC fanboys too. So. If you watch this and you've got some BTC people, say, hey, tune into this because they're going to be covering it. And I would like to have, some opinions of those kind of people. And I'd like to have some high-powered, big-brain BSV shills in the chat as well and just get some really spicy conversation going on. I think that could be a lot of fun.
I agree.
I'd like to see the your coin is shit, no, your coin is shit kind of going on in the chat all night. That would be fun for me, so... we'll definitely work on something like that. But we're late on into the stream, boys. We're 8 minutes after time, so...
I think it was pretty successful.
It was really fun.
What do you say?
Super awesome. Thanks for everybody that's tuned in. If you're still here watching with us, please smash the subscribe button. We're going to be doing this quite a bit. We're going to be doing this live thing. Tell your friends. We're going to try to stay on schedule as best we can. We've got our new, if you look around me all over the screen, you can see all the fancy things that we've done with our video feed. And we're going to continue to improve on that and make our streams look as good as we can. Big shout out and thank you to all of our viewers. It does look pretty good. I'm happy with it.
Where could they find us?
Yeah, so of course we're on Twitch at 7963. You'll leave us a follow. We'll follow you back, guaranteed. Aside from that, Twitter at Twetchcast, or you can go to www.twetchcast.com. Links to all of our videos, links to lots of really cool BSV sites. You can kind of use it as a hub. If you want to see all the different things you can do with BSV, you can find it right on our website at twetchcast.com. And you can comment right here on one of our YouTube. Send us an email at InTheBox@twetchcast.com or twetchbox@gmail.com, or you can send us a bay mail at InTheBox@moneybutton.com. You guys get all that?
Friend swag bag now.
We got the friend swag bag. That's right. We got wristbands. We got T-shirts. We got all kinds of cool stuff. So hit us up. Yeah, there you go. He's got the shirt on.
You guys know this, bro.
Tell him what's up.
Twetch Culture fucking Daily live.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.